Listen, investigations are always moving, and right now I tend to believe it happened a while ago, a long time ago. And I think January, February, things change. I mean, you can see it in the photos and everything. And I also think when I first started looking at this case, I'm very much an Occam's razor type of person where I think things are a lot easier than people try to make them sometimes, especially online, into these big things. And I thought this was going to be a tragic, which it very well still could be. And they made a bad decision because they didn't want to expose a potential relationship and put her in this Tesla. And then maybe he thought he could get somebody to get rid of that car. And they were just like, no, I'm not doing it, and just got left there. But I will say this, there are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence that was at that house that there could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of her.
Like the video if this is weird to you, because there was another piece of evidence that he found, which is very concerning. Knowing David had a second home, it was important to figure out the last time that he was there. It said that Celeste would even live at this second home because it was a lot more private and no one even knew David was renting it. Add all of that with the news of video of David recorded at his other house where Celeste stayed in February 2025. Celeste had likely been passed now for a few weeks. Also in February, he leased a red Tesla and randomly stopped using the black one, where the investigator noticed the picture frame behind David in this TikTok video that he posted in February.
Hey guys, I know I haven't posted on his account in a little minute, but I just had some words to share with you for 2025. Despite all the craziness that's going on, all the turmoil, the natural disasters, the pain and things like that this year, I just wanted to tell you guys not to be discouraged and not to lose hope and not to turn your face from God in these times of evil. And then it seems like just at the start of the year, it's literally January, all this stuff is happening. It's like the most insane, it's February now, but it's the most insane start to a year that I've ever seen. But God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. So keep that sound mind, 2025. Stay prayed up.
But the most concerning part of it all is David owns a $100,000 Tesla, but randomly in February, he decides to go lease a red one while barely driving the Tesla that Celeste was found in. But if you thought that that was weird, what David did next was unthinkable. It reads, sources believe after David hired his new legal firm, plus transferring assets out of his name, he is preparing for the police to close on him. Expect his arrest soon. This would end up going viral online, making investigators look deeper into him transferring his assets, where a viral reply read, "There's too many coincidences." The strange timeline surrounding David and Celeste Rivas. On September 18th, David transferred his Texas home into his mom's name, the same day that Celeste was identified and found in the Tesla. Just a day earlier, the LAPD executed a search warrant at his Hollywood Hills rental, and on that same day, September 18th, a police call was falsely reported an incident that somebody passed at one of his homes. When the police arrived, they were met by David's parents, who said that his younger brother and sisters were upstairs. In case you're unaware, David's family home got a fake police call and they showed up to the front door.
No, out of all times for this to happen, as discovered in his car after she's been identified, for there to be a potential swatting incident where somebody calls 911 with a fake allegation, a fake crime for their property, out of all people, out of all times, it's weird.
Well, it's weird, but it doesn't necessarily surprise me, because this case has taken on national significance in terms of people paying attention to it. And there are bad actors that understand how to bring somebody by way of swatting. So somebody called the 911 system down there. They found the address online and were basically made up a story for the cops to go there. And then they went in, and fortunately the police were very professional and they were able to immediately understand that it was a swatting incident and it wasn't a legitimate call.
But some believe that this was a warning for what is about to come his way. It was the feds' way of trying to figure out who all lives in this home. Does David stay here? Because to this day, no one knows where David is. They want to know because they found evidence confirming not only a relationship relationship David had with her, but more evidence relating to the crime. They would first find surveillance footage of one of the last times she was seen on camera. At David's August 24th concert, it reads, David's brother and Celeste in the VIP area on David's Silver Spring concert last August 24th. Where fans' recordings of David's concert shows multiple angles of Celeste standing with David's brother in the VIP area. But here's where it gets strange. Celeste is seen with David's brother very often, even seen backstage with him when it was shared. If this video is accurate, it means Celeste was still alive on June 27th, 2024, allegedly seen backstage at a David concert alongside his brother, but look closely at the Hello Kitty sandals. According to her missing persons poster, her family noted that last time they seen her, she was wearing Hello Kitty sandals, the same one she was seen wearing backstage at David's show. But something very odd happened right after this concert. The following day later, David would do an interview, and in this interview, he would confirm that he has an alter ego who lives in an anime-like world. He likes to imagine that he's a character who goes out and commits very serious crimes, and then he's another character who likes to go and solve them. But listen closely to the crime that he would use as an example.
Basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego, and the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as the detective, I'd be like solving that I'm committing myself. And it was like a cool little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like, it was in the vault for...
Like the video if that's weird to you, because one viral reply read, there's hundreds of crimes that he could have used as an example when describing his alter ego, but he chooses to say that. I cannot be the only one seeing how obvious this all is, right?